What's up, everybody? Logan Parker here with Heirloom Builders. And today we're talking about custom cabinetry. We're going to show you a few key differences between prefab modular cabinets and custom cabinets. We're going to be talking about some fundamental strategies that make kitchens look good and function well. I'm standing right outside of a new house that we just finished building. The hefty white oak beams really complement the big open space, and the shaker style kitchen cabinets and soapstone countertops are gorgeous. Follow me inside and let's see how this all turned out. This kitchen is amazing. We built it with trees that we harvested on site and milled them with our portable sawmill. We took that lumber to our solar powered kiln that dried the lumber with the power of the sun using zero energy. And then we took it back to our shop, dressed it up, 3/4 inch boards, and followed the shop drawings all the way down to what you see now. What's up, everybody? Logan Parker here, Heirloom Builders. Today, we're gonna talk about custom cabinetry. Design and layout is the #1 most important part about a good kitchen. You want your kitchen to flow. You wanna be able to move around in your kitchen. You wanna be able to move between the refrigerator, the sink, and the oven, the range cooktop easily. We really like our trash rollout or our trash can put inside of a cabinet so your pets can't get into it. Specifically dogs won't be able to get into the trash. It's inside of a cabinet. So we like to put those in an obvious location for 2 reasons. One, so that it's easy to describe to your guests where the trash can is should they need to use it. And secondly, it's towards the edge of your kitchen so that you don't have to walk into the kitchen to pitch something in the trash can and get in the way of somebody who might be cooking. Your sink is really best positioned underneath a window, centered on the window ideally. And that's so that all that natural light coming in through the window really illuminates your work area, because really you want those dishes clean, right? It's also really going to be nice to have a nice view. We typically like to position our range cooktop or oven in an island or a peninsula just opposite some bar seating, so that if you have guests over and they're sitting at the bar and you're cooking some food up, it makes it a whole lot more fun because you're interacting. It's also important that you design key cabinetry for storing plates and bowls and cups and most of your utensils really close to the dishwasher, so that when you're emptying the dishwasher, you're not really shuffling your feet around or walking across the kitchen to get there back and forth. We want to make doing dishes as easy as possible. It's also really nice to have task lighting above key work areas, like a prep island or around your range where you're going to be cooking a lot. Let me show you a few other key details that I really like about this kitchen, and hopefully you'll find some inspiration. to the soapstone countertop so that water drains down into the sink. You can put dishes up here and all the water drains back into the sink. Pretty sweet, huh? We build with 3/4 formaldehyde-free plywood that makes our boxes stronger than anything else on the market. A lot of times you might see shelves and your prefab cabinetry is bent under the weight of plates and heavy bowls. These things will not bend. This is what we're talking about. Solid plywood shelf, 3/4 inch thick, 1.5 inch deep, solid maple edge band. This pocket screw to the shelf makes this thing super strong and resistant to bending. Soft close doors, they don't make a sound. It saves them from banging up against the face frame, eventually destroying the joints over time. So the difference in cost between a standard concealed hinge and a soft close concealed European style hinge is almost negligible. I mean, you're talking about $1 versus $1.75. It's less than double, but when you're looking at an entire kitchen, you're talking about spending an extra 60 to 75 bucks on hardware that closes so softly it guarantees or doubles the life of your cabinetry because it's not slamming up against the face frame and ultimately weakening the joints. You got a trash roll out here too, that end of the island. This thing holds recycling and trash. It's a 2-bin rollout. Well, anything that we use all the time, hardware, trash rollouts, stuff like that, anything that we put our hands on and use all the time, we like to have as high quality as possible so that it lasts over time. You see all these cabinet doors are 2 3/4 rail and stiles. And they're all mortise and tenon joints. You can see right here, we got a mortise and tenon. It's glued together. There are no nails holding this thing together. It's just a tight joint of wood glue, which is gonna last a really long time and have a nice clean look. Windows are a big source of natural light, and they really illuminate the kitchen throughout the day, all day, every day, until the sun goes down. It's really important to have at least one window that operates so you can get air moving inside and outside the kitchen. And having a big old bank of windows like this really makes it just a nice space to be in. It's well lit so you can see what you're doing without a bunch of lights on. This one's a casement window. It opens up like a sail, so that effectively as wind comes from the west, which it typically does in this area, it's directed inside the home to kind of ventilate the space, make it way more comfortable in here. Right now we're looking at a couple cool features. This Lazy Susan behind me opens up towards the range oven so that you can get to it when you're cooking. It's a kidney-shaped tray. And what I really want to talk about is this face frame construction. This is all solid white oak, 1.5 inch rails and stiles. And you can see this cabinet all the way from the dishwasher through to the corner is all one cabinet. That way it goes in as one piece, and we don't have to screw a bunch of little different boxes together and hope that they stay in plane, and leveling them all independently just makes it way easier to install and have a strong cabinet when you build one big box instead of a bunch of little boxes that you screw together on site. See right here, this is a joint. You can see barely, if we zoom in, right there you can tell that it's actually one piece of wood that we ripped in half and realigned as we built this cabinet, this separate cabinet, so that when we screwed them together, it looks like 1.5 inch piece. The benefit of doing this is that one, you can't see that it's more than one cabinet. Secondly, we've got 3/4 plywood carcasses here. And if we were to use 1.5 inch face frame on each of the cabinets and bring them together, we'd have 3 inches of a style and 1.5 inches of wasted space effectively. So we're effectively maximizing or optimizing our storage capacity by combining 2 cabinets in one. So we have a 7/8 rail or a 7/8 style on each cabinet that we join back together to get 1.5 inches or 1.75 inches style when it's all put back together. So we have minimal wasted space. As you can see, some of these door panels are full of what we call medullary rays. That happens when you quarter saw white oak. You go perpendicular to the grain. You get these rays. Those rays are called medullary rays, and what their purpose is to transfer moisture and nutrients from the inside, or rather from the outside, the vascular tissue of the tree, towards the inside, the woody core of the tree, so that the whole tree can stay alive. That's what these little rays are right here. People pay big bucks for those things, but for us it's no different in the way we mill it. It's just a matter of being conscious as we mill it. So right here you can see we've got 1/8 of an inch reveal all the way around our cabinet door. Really nice and tight look. This is an inset door, so it's inset and flush with the frame. This style right here and this rail right here is all flush to the door panel. Any water running down is not going to get caught behind the door. Plus it's a nice, smooth, even look, and having that frame exposed really makes it sharp, really steps it up. You can see this hardware here is really solid. This is kind of stuff that you put your hands on every day. You know, it needs to be durable, and you feel it. Look at it, you feel it. It feels strong. It kind of gives you that sense of satisfaction every time you touch it. So right now we're looking at a double oven that was custom fit to the cabinet. The cabinet was designed to fit this specific double oven. It's really important to know when you're originally set out in your design concept, you've got the concept, the layout of your kitchen so that it functions well. The next step is figuring out what appliances are going to be inside this kitchen and designing it to the exact dimensions so there's very little wasted space and everything's got the clearances that it needs where it needs it. For instance, it's really important for us to figure out the size of this refrigerator because some are higher than others, some are wider than others, and we need to make sure that each manufacturer has different requirements on how much airspace you need up top for breathing space and how much room you need on the sides. This one was 1 inch on top and 1/8 inch on the sides. So we fit it exactly what it needed to be, and we've got tons of space on top to the sides and everything. As you can see, we've already kind of maximized our space in here to fit the switches and get as much cabinetry in this kitchen as we possibly can. So here we've got oversized dovetail full extension drawer made to fit the range top above it. Here we've got a utensil drawer or a utensil rollout. This thing is pretty cool. Easy way to store all your kitchen cookware, utensils. This thing is made by Rev Shelf. They're a solid manufacturer. All kitchen gear. And as you can see, that thing closes nice and soft as well. This trash rollout here is made by Heirloom. They're one of my favorite brands for trash rollouts because the hardware glides so smooth. And they're really affordable. I'm going to show you how easy it is to take out one of these soft close undermount drawers. There's a couple of locking devices underneath. Simply push them in, pull it right out, and lift it up. Let's see right under there. Just flip that switch, put it back in. You just set it back on the runners. Push it in until it clicks, and then it's locked. How easy is that? All right, let me show you real quick how we get beautiful wood out of your standard log. What we do is we quarter saw it. This drawer right here is quarter sawn. The grain is cut perpendicular to the long face so that it dries out evenly to both sides of the wood and it stays dimensionally stable. We use non-toxic products like our acrylic-based lacquer that is superior in durability, 0 VOCs, and is using a recycled material to finish your kitchen.